friends, welcome back to True North Leadership Academy. Here we are working to equip Pathfinder leaders, youth ministry volunteers, and club directors to lead with clarity and purpose. Please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our other content. Mentorship is more than about just giving advice. It's about walking with someone as they journey on their faith, as they grow, and as they find purpose. Now, whether you're a Pathfinder director, a youth pastor, a TLT mentor, or just a volunteer, this video is for you. Today, we're going to look at 3 ways to build mentorship that truly matters, plus some practical tips and a few mistakes to avoid. Let's get started. The number 1 trait of a mentor that sticks with youth: consistency. That's it. It's not wisdom. It's not charisma. It's not being a killer at trivia or games. It's just being there over and over again. Let me tell you an example. So I had a former Pathfinder who moved away and started college. They even started their own family. And they still light up when we cross paths. Not because I gave them the best devotional talk they ever heard. It was because I showed up every Wednesday at Pathfinders, and they knew that I cared about them. Proverbs 27:17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." Mentorship doesn't require perfection. It requires presence. Who is in your circle that simply needs you to just show up? Good mentors don't just talk, they listen, and they ask questions. Why? Because listening and asking questions, thoughtful ones, really builds trust and it really deepens your relationship. So let's try this. Instead of saying, "Here's what you need to do," try asking, "What do you feel like God is teaching you right now?" Or, "Hey, what's been the hardest part of your week?" Or, "Hey, if you could just ask Jesus one thing, what would it be?" Sometimes kids just want you to give them the answer, but that does not teach them anything. When we ask questions, it encourages them to think critically, to reflect spiritually, and to make their own decisions. That one's huge. It's so easy to just rush in and try to solve things, but that shuts down trust. Listen first, ask thoughtful questions, and let them talk, and really hear them before you offer any kind of guidance. Mentorship is a relationship. It's not a rescue mission. As mentors, our role is to guide, not decide. And often a well-placed question does way more than a lecture or a sermon ever could. You see, real mentorship happens when you share your life and you build connections. Youth need to see your faith in action. That means being real about your wins, your struggles, being real about what questions you have, about your personal testimony. You see, the TLT Pathfinder Pledge says, "I promise to take an active part in the work." That means living it out. Faith isn't just something that we teach. It's something we model. So here's one thing you can do. At the start of each of your Pathfinder meetings, I always say something like, "Who has something to declare?" I know that sounds silly, but the Pathfinders know that this is their moment to be heard, and it's my job to listen. Sometimes you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes they share a win about what happened to them at school this week, how they got an A on a test. Sometimes they share a struggle or a prayer request or a sick family member. Sometimes they just tell me they had ice cream for dinner. Some weeks they're chatty, some weeks they're quiet. But whatever it is, they know that that is the time for them to talk and me to listen. And I also try to ask follow-up questions, not just nod and say, and move on. Because when they see you really listening, that's when they know you really care. Okay, so let's take a minute and talk about the hard stuff. Let's talk about a few mentorship traps that are easy to fall into, especially when your heart is in the right place. You see, these are the things I've learned the hard way, and maybe you have too. First, don't try to be your Pathfinder's best friend. Yes, you want to be approachable. Yes, you want them to feel safe around you. But your job is to be a mentor, not necessarily a buddy. Your Pathfinders don't need another peer. They need a consistent, caring adult who will gently challenge them. They need an adult who will hold them accountable, who will walk with them through whatever mess they're going through. They need someone who will be kind, who will be fun, but who will be the adult in the relationship. Next thing, don't fake it. Pathfinders are highly tuned into authenticity these days. If you're pretending to be something you're not, or you're giving them these canned, polished answers without really sharing your real walk with God, they're going to notice. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be real. You see, vulnerability, that's what builds trust faster than expertise ever could. And don't forget to pray for them. It's so easy to get caught up, especially as a club director, in planning the meetings and prepping the devotionals and planning who's going to teach what honor and planning the outings. But one of the most powerful things you can do as a mentor is pray. Just pray for your Pathfinders daily. Pray for them by name. Know what their struggles are and pray for those. Even when they don't know it, even when you don't know it, your prayers are still making a difference. Mentorship that really matters isn't about knowing all of the answers. It's about being available, about asking good questions, and walking with your Pathfinders through the highs and the lows of their life. Do me a favor, ask yourself this. Who am I mentoring right now? And am I being intentional with them? Or am I just hoping connection just randomly happens? I would love to hear your answers to those questions in the comments below. Or if you just have a mentorship tip that you've learned from your own journey that you want to put in the comments, please do that. And also tag someone who's been a mentor to you. And most importantly, remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to show up. Mentorship isn't about being impressive. It's about being intentional. See you next time on True North Leadership Academy.